Hey, what is up guys? So I got something that is straight out of the TV show. Like all of your fan favorite cards from like the new Yu-Gi-Oh series are probably going to be in this video from this guy Eon's Field. Like the stuff that he makes is crazy, and I know this is going to be like one of those fan favorite decks. Now, will it compete against the Perform Pals? I don't know. The way I see it right now is that deck is just way too strong. But, you know, maybe you pulled some of these out of your booster packs. Maybe you have extra odd eyes. You can kind of build this deck, have some fun with it. Maybe if Perform Pals are like too expensive or something like that. I find that deck to be one of the best decks coming out in the future. But nonetheless, not everyone always likes to play the super high tier meta. Sometimes people just like to have fun. And I think this is definitely a great strong deck. But it's not necessarily tier 1. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and show off the replay real quick. And there's this new Enlightenment Paladin card. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, they're not going to actually make this card, right? And then they made it. And then any deck can make it. Although you don't really get its effect unless you use a Magician as one of the material for the Synchro card. But wait till you guys see this card that comes out. Straight up like from the anime effect. It's got Demox effect, which is a ban card, and it's kind of better in a sense because basically once you make it, you usually end up winning the duel. He's gonna go ahead and synchro for it here. I don't want to pause it right here just to show you guys how strong this card is. Okay. So it requires a tuner and a non-tuner. Again, any deck can make this, but pretty much you're going to be using it in a Magician deck. So anyways, if this card is Synchro Summoned using a Magician Pendulum Monster as Synchro material, you can target one spell card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Enlightenment Paladin once per turn. And then if that wasn't enough, when this card destroys a opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you inflict damage equal to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. So maybe something, they summoned like Beast King or something like that. That's going to be the original attack. It's not going to be that 1900 that it had. It will be that 3000. That's absolutely crazy. And on top of that, you're getting a spell card from your graveyard in your hand. So he adds Twin Twister. He's going to go ahead and activate that. He's going to activate the Great All Split. Doesn't really matter at this point. And then on top of that, he's got Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon, he's got Vortex Dragon, he's got Absolute Dragon, he's got Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Look at that guy's field. Absolutely crazy. And then he pulls off a Flare Metal Dragon. So anytime his opponent wants to do anything, he has to pay 500 life points. And in addition to that, Enlightenment Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon makes so your opponent has to pay 500 life points to activate cards or effects. So bam, he's going to go ahead and take another 500 for that. That's ridiculous. The opponent can't even do anything. He can't activate salvage. He can't do anything. He activates anything, he basically loses the game. It's actually overkill because it's 1,000 points of damage. But then he pulls off a Meteor Burst Dragon. Just look at that field. Like, that's so crazy. He's able to pull off the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, which I guess it doesn't really go with the Odd Eyes, but he's got the Vortex Dragon, he had the Gravity Dragon, and at one point under the material he had the regular Odd Eyes. That was an amazing field. Like I said, that's like one of those anime duels. Unfortunately, I feel like Great Alls are just a little bit too slow. Like they seemed really good. They counter a lot of different decks that are like in the previous format, but if you go to the next format, they just setting card is not the thing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, I just summon everything pendulum game. But I thought this was an amazing field. Thank you, Eon, for showing off your crazy Odd Eyes deck that got out like all the Odd Eyes had absolute. It just straight up every anime fan's dream right there to pull off all the Odd Eyes cards in like one duel. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks again, Eon, for sending in this awesome replay. But it's been your boy Will Smith signing out.